Hello and welcome. I'm Jarvis, and in this lesson, number 6 in our beginner series, we're going to unlock one of the most powerful features in SQL, the inner join. Get ready to bring your data together. Here's what we'll cover today. We'll start with why we need to join data in the first place by understanding the relational model. We'll demystify primary and foreign keys, then dive deep into the inner join syntax. We'll make our code cleaner with table aliases, walk through a hands-on practical exercise, and finally discuss a common pitfall and recap our key takeaways. By the end, you'll be confidently combining data from multiple tables. A common question is, why not just have one massive table with all our data? Well, imagine a library. If we stored the author's name, biography, and publisher details next to every single book they wrote, we'd have massive amounts of duplicated, redundant data. This makes updates a nightmare and wastes space. The relational model solves this. The relational model organizes data into separate, specialized tables. We have a table for books, another for authors, and maybe another for publishers. Each table stores information about one specific entity. The magic lies in how we create relationships or links between these tables. This is where keys come into play. Think of a primary key, like author ID in an authors table, as a unique identifier for each record. No two authors can have the same author ID. A foreign key is a field in one table that refers to the primary key in another. For example, we'd place an author ID column in our books table. This author ID isn't unique in the books table, but it creates a direct link back to the one unique author in the authors table. This is the fundamental relationship we will use to join them. So, how do we use this link to retrieve data from both tables at once? That's the job of the join. Specifically, the inner join retrieves rows that have matching values in both tables. Visually, think of two overlapping circles. The inner join gives you only the data in that overlapping section, where the keys match. Let's look at the syntax. You start with select and list the columns you want from both tables. Then, from your first table. The new part is inner join, followed by the second table's name. Finally, and this is crucial, the on clause. The on clause is where you tell SQL how the tables are related. You specify table A.primary key equals table B.foreign key. Typing out the full table name for every column can be tedious and make your query hard to read. We can use table aliases to create short nicknames for our tables right in the from and join clauses. Here, we've aliased books as B and authors as A. Now we can just use B.title and A.author name. It's much cleaner and is standard practice in the professional world. All right, theory is great, but let's get our hands dirty. For our exercise, we're going to create a new authors table. Then we'll modify our existing books table to include the all-important author ID foreign key. Finally, we'll write the query to join them and see the book titles and author names side by side. Let's head over to Management Studio. Screen shows SSMS. Okay, first, let's create our authors table. Create table authors, author ID, int, primary key, author name, varchar 100. Simple enough. Now, let's insert a few authors. Insert into authors values 1. J.R.R. Tolkien, 2. George Orwell. Great. Next, we alter our existing books table to add the foreign key column. Alter table, books, add author ID, int. Now we need to update our books to assign an author. Update books, set author ID equals 1, where title equals The Hobbit, and update books, set author ID equals 2, where title equals 1984. Our data is now linked. Screen shows SSMS. Now for the main event. We want to see the book title and the author's name. So select B.title, A.author name. We are selecting from the books table, which will alias as B, from books as B. Now we join it to our authors table, aliased as A, inner join authors as A, and the crucial link, the on clause. On b.authorid equals a.authorid. Let's execute this. And there it is, a perfect combined result set showing each book with its correct author. This is the power of the inner join. This exact concept is used every single day in countless applications. Imagine an e-commerce database. You have a customers table with customer names and addresses, and an orders table with order dates and amounts. The orders table has a customer ID foreign key. To get a report of which customer placed which order, you would write an inner join, almost identical to the one we just wrote. From customer C, inner join orders O on C.customerID equals O.customerID. It's that fundamental. A very common mistake for beginners is getting the on clause wrong. Let's say you accidentally tried to join book ID to author ID. The data types might be the same, but the values don't represent the same thing. SQL would try to find a book ID of 1 that matches an author ID of 1, and so on. Your results would be completely meaningless, or more likely, you'd get no results at all. The solution is simple but vital. Always pause and double-check. Does your on clause connect the primary key to its corresponding foreign key? A few seconds of verification can save you hours of debugging. So let's recap what we've learned. We saw that relational databases use separate tables to avoid data redundancy. These tables are linked using primary and foreign keys. The inner join is our tool for retrieving data from these linked tables, and it only returns rows where the key values match. And finally, using table aliases is a professional best practice that makes your queries much easier to read and maintain. Excellent work today. I encourage you to practice. Try creating a publishers table and linking that to your books table as well. In our next lesson, we'll explore other types of joins, like left and right joins, which allow us to retrieve records even when there isn't a match. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.